So Extraction 2 is the sequel to the surprisingly good Extraction 1, starring Chris Hemsworth, directed by Sam Hargrave, and the story is actually by the Russo brothers. And so I was really looking forward to this second movie because I did thoroughly enjoy the first one, especially the great action that it has. And so the second movie takes place after the events of the first one. So if you have seen the first movie, then you know that Tyler Rake is indeed still alive, and Nick, who is played by Goshenty Farahani, if I'm saying her name right, she's also back. She is a badass. I really enjoyed it in the first movie, so I'm glad to see her back. And within this movie, it takes a more, I would say, personal approach in terms of Tyler Rake's past and somebody within his family that actually causes him to go back into this world, even though he actually wanted to retire. And that's really like the simple story here. But well, what this movie is really about is, of course, the action. And I'll make it really simple here. If you did enjoy the first movie, then you will enjoy this second one. And I absolutely enjoyed this second movie. The action is just crazy in this movie. As good as the first one was, I would say this action, at least for me, from a purely action standpoint, I think this was better in terms of like the overall scope and the sheer amount of action in this 2-hour runtime. Everything from gunfire, hand-to-hand combat with flaming hands, really long quote-unquote one-shot videos, train scenes, helicopters, Gatling guns, building shootouts. There's basically all types of action here, and it's pretty much non-stop. So if you do enjoy action movies, then you're definitely going to get it. And I would say this is the best thing about this movie. And then the second best thing is, of course, the acting. Chris Hemsworth as Tyler Rake, I really do love him in this role. Not only is he a really great action star, but he's also a really great actor as well. And so in this sequel, he's able to show more of that. But I would say his performance as his character, I enjoyed it more in the first Extraction, but still really great acting from Chris Hemsworth. And then Goshenty Farahani, I really do like her as an actress. I hope to see her more in this whole Extraction universe. And in this one, she definitely gets more of a role. Plus her brother Yas gets more of a role as well. And one thing that you're gonna see about this movie is the whole term of family. Not only with Tyler Rake and the person that he's trying to save, or the family's trying to save, but it also extends to Nikki and Yas and also the villains as well. So this is more of a family action movie. I know that sounds weird, but the story kind of centers around that. And then, of course, is the directing from Sam Hargrave. Sam Hargrave, if you know his history, he is a stuntman. That's where he started out as a Captain America stunt double, but he's done many action films. And him as an action director, I would say he's one of the best out there because I really enjoyed his directing when it comes to the amount of brutality, cinematography, the creativeness of his action, the one-shots that he has. It's just all a really great time. And if he does any more movies, then I'm gonna watch it because I enjoy his action directing that much. And then when it comes to the negatives of this film, I would say if you are going into this just looking for really purely fun action, like 80s style action, or from the first Extraction, then you will get a lot out of this. But the story itself, as with most action movies, it's pretty much the weakest point. It's basically a very standard story. You know, he has a family that he needs to save, and the villain is basically a throwaway villain, and he has his own motivations. And there's just basically a lot of action, and the characters kind of get lost into it, especially even the main characters. You don't really think too much about the story. And I would say the way it's executed here, that is a good thing. But for people who are expecting more story, more character development, maybe in the vein of John Wick, you won't get that here. But there's also some world building here. As you see in this movie, maybe in the trailers, Idris Elba is also in this movie. So they're setting up for something bigger, and there will be another movie, not surprisingly. So hopefully that caps off this entire Extraction universe, which is based upon a book done by the Russo brothers. And I think John Russo was actually the one who wrote this movie. And so overall, I thoroughly enjoyed Extraction 2. Super fun action, great directing, and solid performances throughout. And if I had to go like which one is better, for me in general, I did enjoy the first Extraction because not only did it have great action, it also has a really good storyline. And I'm hoping with the third movie, they expand upon the story and the world that we have here. So if you actually had any thoughts on this, be sure to leave in the comments area below. And if you did want to see more of my action film and show reviews, I do have entire playlists. I'll leave that description area below as well. So as always, if you did get value out of these videos, be sure to share, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you on another video. If you love reading books, then check out Audible, which has the largest selection of audiobooks anywhere on the internet. Sign up today and get a 30-day free trial. For more information, check out the affiliate link in the description area below.